Hey folks, I'm here doing another practice SQL interview question. Today I'm going to try to tackle a hard question according to Stratascratch. So let's get started. I've already filtered to hard questions here. I guess let's just go with this first one, Microsoft Premium versus Freemium. And I'll start the timer here, and because it is a hard question, I'll try to do it in less than 7 minutes. So the question is, find the total number of downloads for paying and non-paying customers or users by date. Include only records where non-paying customers have more downloads than paying customers. The output should be sorted by earliest date first and contain 3 columns: date, non-paying downloads, and paying downloads. And there's a hint about Oracle SQL. Okay, well, we're using Postgres, so I don't think this hint is going to be relevant. Let's look at the number of tables here. We have 3 tables. Yeah, 3 tables. A user dimension with user ID, and this is probably like an account ID. An account dimension with an account ID and whether or not they're a paying customer. So we'll use account ID to join these 2 tables together. And then a download fax ID. So this looks like it contains the downloads and it has user ID. Okay, so if we just think about how to join these tables for a moment, user dimension and account dimension will be joined based on account ID. And then the downloads table can be joined to user dimension based on user ID. I do think that we'll need all 3 of these tables. Originally, as I was skimming through it, I was thinking maybe we only need account dimension because all we really need to know is the customer a paying customer or not, and then how many downloads do they have on a particular given day. But there's no way to join the account dimension table directly with the downloads table because the downloads table has user ID and the dimension table, account dimension table only has account ID. So we will need all 3. And I want to check the structure of this downloads table. Okay, so the downloads is an integer. I thought maybe it was like a yes node, like did they download on that day? Okay, let's get started. So I think what we'll want is, yeah, let's do all these joins first. So I'll join the user dimension table, and this is based on user ID. And then we'll join the account dimension table on account ID to the user dimension account ID. So now that we have all these, we can do select the date, and we want to calculate, let's see, total number of downloads for paying and non-paying customers by date. Okay, and paying customer. So I want to check what paying customer looks like real quick. What does that look like? It's a no, yes, no. Okay, it's just yes, no. All right, so we can do something like this. Paying customer equals no. Then downloads, and as is the number of non-paying downloads. And then we'll just copy that, paste it, and then when paying customer equals yes, then downloads as paying downloads. And because we are aggregating, we'll do a group by. And then this is just like the prep work here. So I'll call it prep. But now we want to filter for only the dates where non-paying customers have more downloads than paying customers. So let's do that. Date non-paying downloads, paying downloads from prep, where again non-paying customers have more downloads. So let's do this, greater than this. And they also want it I'm pretty sure they said they want to order, right? Oh, by earliest date first, and it contains these 3 columns. Okay. Order by date ascending. Let's check it out. Yeah. Okay. Looks like that worked. Let's talk about the question real quick. According to Stratascratch, this is a hard question. I can see why it was hard, so let's talk about why it was hard. First of all, there's 3 tables, and you have to figure out which of these tables you need to use. In this case, it turns out you need all 3. That's one reason why it's hard, and then another reason why it's hard is you have to figure out how they join together. Right? Initially, I thought maybe we just only need these last 2 tables, but there's no way to join them together, unfortunately. So then I have to do join in this first table as well. So that's another reason it's hard. I would say another thing that makes it just a little bit hard is there's a lot of instructions here, right? Like this first part, find the total number of downloads for paying and non-paying customers by date. If you're familiar with joins, this is simple enough. And I would say there's nothing really tricky in here, but each individual thing is tricky, right? Or is not too bad. You have the joins, you have a case when, you have an aggregation. In isolation, those are all not too bad. But like every single sentence in the prompt is an instruction. Like the first sentence is an instruction. The second sentence is telling you, like, you know, to filter for something, but it's not immediately obvious because it doesn't contain the word filter. And then the third sentence is telling you how to sort it and also what specific columns to return. So I would say they're throwing a lot of stuff at you. Even though the prompt isn't that long, every single sentence is telling you something that you need to know, and you have to understand what it means, you have to parse it, and then you have to write the SQL all, you know, pretty quickly in a high pressure environment. So yeah, I think that's probably why it was labeled as hard. But hopefully you guys found this helpful. If you want to practice SQL questions on your own, I have a link to Stratascratch in the video description. Thanks.